Well, I don't know if that's coming through at all. Can you all hear? Give us a 5. Can't give me a 5 by 5. Well, that's good that you can hear. Just like I said, this is a test of I want to do it. We'll turn the cameras on in a minute. That's when it starts getting a bit more technical. So, good evening, everyone. Anona Q, Robert Paris, Richard, Raider, Rice and Peas. Good evening to you. I did see Indy there somewhere. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. And there we are. Good evening, everyone. How are we? We all good? I hope you are. Let's have a look who else is in the chat. Hello, Bumblebee T. How are you? Long time no see. Hello, Indy. Hi there. 7 months a member. Has that come up in the chat? You get your special, your special little badge that comes up every so often. I'll have to bring the chat in. Let me have a look. So, won't let me scroll back at the chat for some reason. Never mind. Must be me. So how is everybody? Let's not watch it on that screen because that's a bit delayed. Oh, that looks a bit dark actually as well. Hang on. That's bad. Let's bring the color up a little bit. There we go. There we go. Let's put that in the background. Oh, I've got some better stuff here actually. Let's bring this other one in. Hang on. There we go. Whoa. India being in a minute. What to do with tyrants when you find them? Eat them. So we'll have a look on here. There's a screen, and there's my computer screen. Don't want that one. Hello, local. How are you? Long time no see. Hope you had a good Christmas. Remember, it's Christmas Eve in all the orthodox places today. Boomer is out celebrating Christmas Eve. Is it your birthday tomorrow, Cameron? Happy birthday for tomorrow. Hello, Joe. Evening to you. All these members coming in. Look. Woo! If I could find me a round of applause, I'd give you one. A round of applause, that is. So if anyone wants to join, I haven't pinned a link, have I? Fucking. Copy. There we go. Link's pinned in the chat. If you want to come on, I ain't going to be on for long. Only for about half an hour. An hour. It's to test it for Saturday night. As we got some guests on Saturday, we're talking about the power of the powerless. What's going on with the polar shifts is ending now as well.
Hello everyone, how's everyone doing? Let me just have a look in the chat, see what people are saying.
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all good.
Good. Let's have a look. Hello, local. How you doing? And Rice and Peas and Larry Lockdown and Hasdak and Robert and Bumblebee T. Good to see you back, Carmen.
Yes, Joe Burgess. Thank you for mentioning that. The Colston statue verdict. I did post it yesterday in the chat. All 4 people were found not guilty of criminal damage. Let's just weigh up the facts. Okay. Regardless of what the person did in history, okay, let's forget about that. Let's take the crime as itself, pulling the statue down, dragging it through Bristol, and dumping it in the harbour. That act is criminal damage, regardless of what the person did in history. That's by the by. So what we're ruling on now is we're not ruling on facts. We're ruling on what's happened in history. So if you've done a bad thing in history, then somebody does something to you in the future, don't worry about it, because you done something bad in the past. So this is an eye for an eye type thing. This is how I see it. Is Ian? He's just spinny.
Yeah, I was going to say, if we don't have the same problems as what we had with him the other day.
So, in my eyes, what Colston did in history was bad. Yes. Did I think his statue should come down? Well, that's my opinion. No, but I can agree. I can understand why they wanted it taken down. But did they commit criminal damage in that act of taking it down? Yeah, they did. In my eyes.
Yeah, you seen what locals just said there? It's just heard that students don't wear a face mask at school on more than 2 occasions. Basically, they're gonna get detention. I've heard it all now.
Wow.
Makes me laugh. They're trying to dictate. You go to school to learn, not for healthcare. Sorry to say.
For some reason, it doesn't like Ian's connecting.
Ian, you're spinning, mate. Like what was happening the other night on mine.
And we're going to talk about this on Saturday as well. Talk about lots of subjects. Obviously, what's going on in Kazakhstan now. The Kazakhstan president has said that he believes it's a coup. It's a MI5 intelligence, like counterintelligence to destabilize Kazakhstan. It's a bit like, yeah, what they think is MI5, something like that. And it's the same. It's a bit like when the coup was happening over in Belarus last year. There was a coup to overthrow, and obviously that's why now Belarus has got sanctions from the West, but they seem to think that it was some sort of, you know, counterintelligence to destabilize them. But we'll talk about more on that on Saturday.
Chitty chitty
Still
bang
spinning.
bang.
On chitty chitty bang bang.
Yeah, or it should be chatty
Chitty
chatty bang bang,
chatty.
actually.
Chitty chatty. The
Chatty
chitty chatty
chitty.
show.
Or shitty chatty. There you go.
Chitty chatty show. So it'll be quite interesting. So we'll have just normal people on. Frank's coming on to talk about what's been going on
Oldman as well, and
in
Alex.
Germany. There is got somebody from Austria. So hopefully, no,
That'd
in
be
Switzerland.
interesting.
Sorry, no, in Switzerland.
One of
So
the so-called countries.
yeah. So we got someone from then. I want to
Yeah.
get somebody on from Sweden because I want to talk about the microchip identification COVID pass. That if you look at now, a lot of local newspapers are pushing Swedish technology, Swedish startup company of they've done a crowd fund for a microchip that just goes under the skin in your hand, and that's your COVID pass. And yeah, that's your pass. So it's a startup tech business. So
I've seen
that's the next thing they're going to push.
Technology for that already in America, mate. Like them fridges that I was telling you about the other day, the ones that scans your forehead, and the only way you can open it is with your right hand.
Yeah. Well, basically, yeah.
Same as in Mackie D's, you can't go into Mackie D's now. If you haven't got COVID, if you haven't got your COVID pass thing and you haven't been jabbed, mate, it asks you on the machine whether or not you've had it, and if you haven't, it just tells you to leave.
Is it? Well, you just say you had it, or do you have to scan your pass or something like that?
Yeah, that's what you got to do. You got to scan that pass. Scan that pass, get fucked in the ass. That's what I'm going to say.
Well, sure, you'll be able to get one, won't you? You'll be able to buy one, like everything. Everything's be able to buy on the black market. You probably get one already.
I don't want one.
Yeah, but that's, to me, even if you get one of them on the black market, that's succumbing. You know, it's still, yeah.
Buying.
So we got lots and lots and lots of good things to talk about on Saturday, which would be good.
Yep, like is your body worth a Mackie D's? There you go. That's one big question.
Is your body worth a McDonald's? Who knows?
I think Tyrant Finder's hair's worth McDonald's, though, don't you guys?
Look, we spoke about this before we came on air, mate. I'm not having it. I will not have that kind of insubordinance from you.
Put a fucking hat on then.
That's why I'm changing my camera. Sorry. I'd rather you look at the bald spot on the back of my head there.
Mate, it's not bald spot.
Looking at the front.
Sorry to say.
Yeah.
Get your comb out. Do it for us. Come on. Make this live stream exciting.
Do a comb over.
Yeah, go on. Push it right over. Get some. Go and get some large. Right, wipe it on the comb first, and then put it right the way across.
No, sorry, absolutely not.
Tyrant's gonna hate me after this live stream.
I absolutely hate you already, mate. I hate you already.
Andrew, you're a bastard. Really.
Ian's still there trying to get in this chat. He's
Ian, you're just spinning around in a circle, mate. It's like I'm surprised you're not dizzy yet and falling off the screen.
I fell off, mate, ages ago. He's still spinning.
Mate, how can you fall off something that you weren't even on in the first place? I don't know. I don't understand that. Oh dear.
I don't know. So yeah. Like, let's remove him. There we go. He can't. He's not loading. I would see if he's not telling you that you're all connected. Authenticated with YouTube. So he's saying that he's an authenticated user, but as soon as I go to add him, it may be his connection.
Yeah, it might be a connection, Ian.
But then he speaks to us.
Yeah, on Telegram and stuff like that. So.
Me
not know.
But there is a way of me bringing him in, but that means everyone will see him, but they won't see us. I haven't worked it out yet how to put us on the same screen at the same time.
Oh, that's all right. There's always time. You've still got loads of crap to teach me. You didn't see my message in Telegram, did you?
What message was
Something
that?
for you to think about.
What?
Just have a look after your life, and you'll see.
Like, Ian, I'm kicking you out, but then come back in.
I'm kicking you out, but don't come back in.
Yeah, well, I didn't ban you. That's what it was.
I just kicked you. So yeah, guys, there's no particular subject tonight. Just come and waffle a bit of poo.
Yeah, this is only a test for Saturday.
Just sound and audio and stuff. See if we've got any problems.
Yeah, because it's running through different equipment now.
Yeah, Tyrant, can you hear this? Oh, it's working. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
My mixer's on drugs, guys. I mean, it's been out, and it's going to see my mate down the road. He's going, give me some things, man.
Yeah, that is, mate. That is something to think about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Something to think about. Woo! Who we got on? How many? 107. Fucking hell.
Don't forget to smash that like button. Show Tyrant Fun some love.
Yeah, Ian, reboot or something and try it because I don't know why you got a problem.
Switch your phone on, Ian. That might help. Reboot your phone.
I could always send you a Zoom invite and you can connect via Zoom.
I don't even think he's got Zoom. We'll put the question in chat, Ian. Put the question.
See, this is a very good Joe. Me and Boomer were talking about this earlier. They started chipping pets, right? That was to get humans used to the chip or a chip in some way or another. So, yeah, it's human chip. People have got them in themselves already to go into their own homes. You know, the super rich have go in there, scan their hand, it turns their fucking lights on, and as soon as they walk through the front door, it does everything, turns their alarm on. So it's already out there. The technology is already out there. So
yeah, you can if you want it. You can phone me. What I'm going to do is, guys, Ian Southam's going to phone me, and I'm going to put his call up on the microphone so you can hear all his questions. There you go. One way around it. If I knew where my lead was, I could even run him through the mixer, but I don't know where it is. Yeah, go on in, Ian. If you're at ring, mate, you can ring away. Look at him with his posh fucking name tag, and I've got some. I haven't even got.
I made that myself. Hang on, which way have I got to go? I made that myself. Woo! Ain't that good?
Yeah, Ian, if you want to ring. Yeah, I like my little studio now. I can move all my cameras about as well, guys. It's pretty good. Whenever I put them wherever I want. I want to find. What's that?
You need some soft boxes.
I need a camera with a really long wire on it, mate, that goes all the way up to my living room door.
What, USB?
Yeah, and I can run it all the way along the wall.
You can buy them, mate. They're,
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy one with a big long lead, so I can run it through this, but I can have a big camera so everyone can see me from behind as well.
Excuse me. The camera behind me has got a 3-meter wire on it, cable.
Yeah, that's what I probably need. Maybe a bit long, about 5-10 meters, something like that.
With HDMI, you can run HDMI up to 30 feet.
That's right. That's before it starts.
Yeah. Before then, you've got to then convert it to SDI.
Yeah, I have TikTok. I have done well. I've got a little studio in my living room. Then that's all through people that have donated and stuff to make my channel bigger.
Tyrant, what the fuck you out robbing, for fuck's sake? Where are you getting all that gear?
Same place as me.
I haven't robbed nothing. It's just what I've saved up for and acquired over time.
Exactly.
It's just finally every piece of equipment now that I need. So
I haven't got all the pieces of equipment I need, but I've got some of it. So I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing. I'm going to start going out and doing the protests again. And we'll see what happens.
no, he didn't said anything bad. It's not bad. He's just asking who was I out robbing, and I put him straight. I've robbed nobody. I don't commit crime. He wasn't saying nothing being bad. He's not saying anything bad.
Friday means he bought from the shop, by the way.
I've got receipts for every piece of equipment here. Everything. Receipts for all of it.
So have I. It's called Amazon, unfortunately.
Yeah. You got to eat Amazon, but then we all use it, don't we?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you closer to the date when I'm going to do my first protest. Go back.
There was one on the 22nd of this month, I believe. Oh, I think the 18th in Bournemouth. There's one. I'm not too sure.
Hello, Brummy. How you doing?
Hello, Brummy.
Locally, you going to that protest, are you? Let me know. Ring me up later on. We'll talk.
Posted anything? If I posted anything? I posted the link.
What am I going to do? Well, I'm on jab, so I can answer that. I'm just going to carry on doing what I'm doing.
One in Telford on the 26th, I believe, where Tommy Robinson is screening the Rape of Britain. It's a bit like when he did Panodrama outside Media City.
No, I can't do that. Second note.
I don't know what I'm doing yet. I haven't made up my mind.
I've got family things on the 22nd.
Ah, Welshie.
Yes, Welshie.
He's in. Hang on. He's in. Is he in?
Yeah, put my telly on mute. Hang on.
And then mute me.
How you doing, base?
How you doing, lads? All right?
We're all good. Yeah. Ian, what do you mean we are shedding? What are we shedding? What are we shedding? I ain't shedding shit because I ain't had shit. No, all good, Welshie. Happy New Year.
And you, mate? How is everyone? How's things?
Oh,
yeah, good, man.
Well, it's the start of another year, isn't it? What do you think's happening? It's I don't think we're going to be locked down.
Well, the way I look at it, it's the end game for that now. That's the end game for that. The fear won't be able to be replaced now. Omicron is like I believe Omicron's like nature's way of solving this problem, because I think Delta and all the other shit is all their own hands, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think this is the link that they wasn't expecting. A very infectious but very mild cold. Oh.
Have you had the new one that's come out from France, the I Hate You one?
Is that really true?
Well, I don't know. Susie come to me with it yesterday. She goes, "It's on Sky News," but then you can manipulate things to fit your narrative. You know what I mean? All you got to do is know how you use software and stuff like that. So I don't know.
Well, there's a new
Why-
variant, is there? Or is this some
Yeah,
bullshit?
It's like
It's
some
called
bullshit.
IHU. That's what it's called. Basically, it's a new variant from France. This is what my partner was telling me yesterday.
I think that's a meme because of President Macron says that they're not
Yeah.
citizens and stuff. Maybe
Yeah,
Oh,
and he's going
there
to
you go,
piss them
look.
off as much as possible.
yeah, they piss them off as much as possible. So I presume if someone's just memeing out or something.
I thought that was quite yeah.
Oh, I mean, they got elections in 3 months, right? If Macron gets voted back in, that's fucking it for me, right? That's fucking it for me because this is quite clearly a stitch up. They got the same voting machines they got in America as well. Oh, of course, Justin Trudeau got voted back in. Guess what? Same Dominion machines.
Yeah.
And I know France is on the same ones. Fucking bollocks.
Nothing's going to change, though, is it? You know, I don't know how you're going to change it. Is fighting the only option? I don't know.
Well, it's funny because they got Kazakhstan on Sky at the moment, didn't they? All the news in general. I don't watch BBC.
You've got the president of Kazakhstan crying out to say it's MI5 bloody counterintelligence shit that's going on. They're trying to start it.
Yeah, but what's hilarious about it is like I said, the Sky are going, well, it's crazy. They're speaking to an expert. What happens to an authoritarian sort of nation when the cracks start to show? I'm thinking, yeah, you just don't count yourself into that, do you? You just don't see yourself. You just think you're perfect, don't you? And it's like, yeah, that you think you're perfect. The public think you're a cunt. The press, and we also think the government's like that.
Oh, bloody hell, Liam.
Mr. Liam T.
All right,
Liam
Tyrant,
T.
mate. How you doing, mate? How you doing?
Right, I'm all right, mate. You?
No, it's not good down here in Folkestone. It's not good down here whatsoever.
Well, it hasn't really stopped, has it? Because
No, sorry,
it hasn't, because normally this time of year you wouldn't think you'd get many crossings because of the weather's a bit treacherous.
Only thing stopping them is the waves. Nothing else stops them. The cold, the snow, the hail. You know that. The only thing stopping them is the wave. How big's the swell? How big's the wave?
They came in all the way through Christmas, didn't they?
Yeah, all the way through Christmas and New Year, Tyrant.
Didn't stop.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, right? The thing is, I live down here in Folkestone, and every single night I hear there's another helicopter going out, right? Every single night I hear it, and I'm thinking to myself, "Fuck me, here comes some more," right? Yeah, right. So the worst part about it was, right, on New Year's Eve, I went out with a few friends and a lady that I was with. Right there's homeless people in Folkestone in the streets, shivering the fuck out of, and just 2 doors away, they're all in hotels, right, on the seafront. And the fact is, then you walk about 45 minutes away, boom, they're at Napier Barracks. All these modes. It's a absolute piss take. I actually have to fall asleep, right, wearing my coat because I can't afford to put my heating on. And this is what's really sickening. This is why I thought I'd just come on and actually tell you, because the us Brits, us English people that have fought, or veterans, Jesus Christ, some of them have got PTSD, alcohol issues and everything.
Yeah.
Don't get jack shit. But these chancers are there, and they're marauding around my town, chatting up women, and they've got iPhones. Do you know what? They've got better bloody trainers on than I have. I just think it's sick, man. I just think it's sick.
I witnessed that when I was down there in 2020, and they had better trainers on. They had like quite new trainers on as well. Funny that they walked across
what I was always
all
quite
these cities
about when I went to Dover was you would get the odd character that would come on, be rescued on a boat, and then the first thing we would be stood there, not last summer, the summer before, we'll be stood on the dockside watching them come in. We haven't shouted at them, we haven't communicated to them in any way at all.
Exactly.
But all of a sudden, a couple of them will start sticking their middle finger up at you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking to myself, wait there, you've literally just walked on to your saviour's soil, right? But you already know that, even when you're on the boat, you already know you're safe, right? But you have literally walked onto British soil. Before you even get onto British soil, you're giving people the finger, right? We're taking video from 100 yards away. From a good
and the
what
thing
about the
is,
footage?
right,
love him, ate him active when he got the footage of the guy pissing off the RNLI boat in the harbour.
Yeah.
It's not, to me.
Right,
if you
Tyrant, let me just tell you this, Tyrant, sorry, let me just interrupt you. I'm sorry for interrupting you.
That's
right.
all right.
Whenever we've been down in Dover Docks, whether that be me, XXTWXX, Chris Johnson, Dave G, or Active Patriot, or Steve Laws, we have never, ever, ever harassed any of them coming off the boat at all.
No.
But the first thing they do, and they don't even know if we're good or bad, the first thing they do is stick their fingers up.
Yeah.
I mean, Border Force ain't going to tell them. Border Force ain't going to say, oh, these are bad people. They're going to say absolutely nothing to them because they got their job to do. But these fuckers think that they can just turn around and stick fingers up at people, right?
So what's going to happen this year?
That's the gratitude. They haven't even stepped on actual concrete yet. And the gratitude is fingers up.
So they're still coming in now. They're getting the odd calm day, so they're still coming in. Whereby last year, I think it was 2020 into 21, there wasn't much over Christmas, was there? But
They came over on
22.
Christmas Eve. They came over Christmas Eve. They came Christmas Day. They came over on New Year's Day. They still keep coming. Today they even came out.
So that's quite in weather, whereby on the calm days it's still pretty choppy out there, isn't it? It's not as flat as the days, during the summer months when you get a lot more calmer days than you do rough days. So is this going to be the sign for what's going to come this year? Is it? Are we looking at record numbers?
I reckon we are looking at record numbers. Personally, I think we are.
I reckon 50,000. Let's not bullshit each other. It was 19,000 last year. We're on 2830 already. Well, we're on 2830 for the year. Yeah, and then. And next year, it's literally going to go on over fucking drive. It's going to go on steroid use. It's going to keep on going. The French are going to keep on making their life worse, which is their prerogative, closing down the camps and all that, which will make them more desperate to get across the fucking channel.
But how do we stop it? How do we stop it?
Right. I tell you how.
You got TW down there. Doing a great job. She gets the stick down there for what she's producing off of groups of people calling her far right, racist because, and it's everybody that goes down there, is a racist. Yeah.
Yeah. Far right racist.
Yeah.
What the problem?
Shit.
Shall I tell you? Okay, right. My mum actually used to work for Kent County Council, working with young asylum seekers that actually came over. The problem is this. Okay, the problem is not the fact is they don't just rock up to Calais and get into a boat. The problem is this, right? You have to follow the money. When you start following the money. It goes into Albania, right? The majority of these human traffickers are Albanian drug lords and drug barons, okay? So what happens is somebody from Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Eritrea, whatever, will sell their fucking house, right? And they'll say, right, you get to England. As soon as they get over there, they're right. So they've paid the traffickers. It's the traffickers. You stop the traffickers, you stop the boats. Fact.
Yeah, but then that's when it gets into dangerous territory, doesn't it? They're getting a shot and
sorry.
Yeah, but someone else will take their place. If it's not the Albanians, it'll be the Romanians, and then it might be, I don't know, the Lithuanians or the Italians, it doesn't really matter if you take them out, right? You've got to stop it on the other side. Unless we stop it on the other side, this is never going to work. This is never going to work, and you can't really fuck with them when they're on the sea. You've got to really fuck with them when they're on land. And
Yeah.
look, it's not that fucking hard. Right? It's not even a huge distance to patrol. It's like 20 miles.
Yeah.
They're sectionally coming off, right? It's a lot of beaches there, and it's like a 20-mile section, and everyone is coming through that section. And obviously, the hot spots are like really hot. In the avenues where they're dumping the dinghies in the sheds, and they're bringing them out in the night and what have you. But the reality is, it's got to be dealt with on the French side, because as soon as they get into water, we're fucked.
Right. So then you have to answer me this question, right? Who are actually buying these dinghies, and why are they actually where are they getting the fuel? Where are they getting the fuel, first off? Where are they getting the fuel to actually get into them?
Yeah, but surely, right? Surely, if Priti Patel wanted this to stop, right? That's where you go. You go to the source, don't you? Where the boats are coming from, where the fuel is coming from. You go to that side of you go to that side, the French side. That's where you stop it. You don't. You
can't control the sale of dinghies.
No.
You can't control the sale of petrol. We live in a capitalist fucking world. It's just bollocks, right? The reality, we've got to try and stop it from that side.
But you can put the leverage on Macron and people like that to say, well, look, if you don't start clamping down on the legal sale of these dinghies, we're going to start sanctioning you.
Yeah, but you just buy them online, don't you? You buy them from Alibaba. I mean, they don't know what they're coming in as. I mean, there's many, and you can't stop the sale of items to be used for this, right? You just can't, because they'll just buy.
What you can do. Sorry for interrupting you. What you can do is what Priti Patel could actually say is like, you're doing a jerry can of fuel, right? Where is this jerry can going from, right? And where is it going to?
Liam, it's like a fallacy. I mean, that's all they would fucking do is fill up a car full of fucking petrol and just drain the car. I mean, you're just making it. You just get a van and you have external tap on the bottom of the tank. And you just drain it out. So you just fill up the van 3 times in a day, but you filled up fucking 300 liters of fucking.
Well, so what are we going to do? We can't turn them around, because the moment that we go.
Well, what we do is we do exactly what the Australians did. Right, sent a few of their boats out and said, "Well, look, you don't turn around now. We'll make you turn around."
I've said this before.
It's like with your kids, isn't it? Tough love.
Or the other thing they could do is the British or the English could join forces with France and have like a joint border thing in that.
Oh, come on, we tried that. Don't you think we've already tried that?
No, but you see, right? Okay, right. I just have to interrupt you here, right? I lived in France for a year. The French hate us. Okay, Macron hates us, and you know what? It's a good political thing for him, right? If you think about it, if loads of people wanted to go to France, do you think that us Brits will be like, yeah, go on, off you pop to France, happy days, go on, bye 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 bye? It's a vote winner for him. It's a vote winner for him. It's a vote winner.
The way that I see it, if 50 of us got turned over there in a fucking dinghy, we'd be turned straight back.
I know.
You know that, don't you? Well,
he would be able to get off the French soil and go, "Bonjour, je m'appelle."
Welshie.
They
Want
won't
to
do it.
ask your opinion.
Before you
go, do you know what?
Let me just. This is the fail-safe way of dealing with migrants that arrive on the south coast. We have up to 100 cruise ships that are currently not being used. The cruise industry is fucked. They're going to be decommissioning these boats like they decommission loads of airlines.
Yeah.
Get one of these fucking boats, get them decommissioned. Every fucker that arrives at fucking Dover or Folkestone or Dungeness, any of those areas, right? They get on a fucking bus, right? They get sorted on a fucking ferry. That's what they do. I don't care if they go on a cruise ship. They can go on a cruise ship stopped off the fucking south coast permanently. The one thing I can guarantee from that, I will not be picking up I will not be picking up texts off Yorkshire Rose 3 times a week with dinghy divers trying to fuck 12-year-old girls and
Yeah.
decoys and all that shit.
And
Because
that's the worst
I
part
go on
about
their
it is,
channel,
right?
I
That's
go on
what,
their
right?
channel, 3 times a week, keep them on the
Yorkshire
boat.
Rose.
Keep them
Right,
on the boat. Yeah.
Yeah, Yorkshire Rose, right? When she came and stayed down there, she obviously stayed with me with Chazalise or whatever. She is a real patriot. She really is. But same as XXDW, same as Chris Johnson, same as Little Veteran, same as Steve Laws, right? Now I live down here. All I'm saying is living down in Folkestone is bullshit. It's bullshit, and I hate it because do you know what? When I walk through the fucking town, some people just like, oh, it's fine. Is it fine? Is it fine? Marauding young men. Here we go. Fuck off now. Fuck off. Really?
Yeah, well, you can't. But it's Leo. It's weird. But then you live there. You live there every single day. But you've got that. You know, they say, well, that's your opinion. Well, it's not your opinion. You live there every single day, innit? But because you've got that opinion, because you can't, you're not accepting diversity there, Liam.
Well, no, it's
That's
not
what
about
people will say.
Not about me. No. It's not about me not accepting diversity. Should I tell you why? Should I tell you why? Because Folkestone actually has a great Gurkha community of Nepalese people who I love, who love this country. They might be taxi drivers, they might be bus drivers, they run restaurants, you know, Gurkha Palace, etc. Nepalese like Everest Inn and shit like that, right? I love the Gurkhas. They're hard fuckers, right? These guys are hard fuckers just because they've got yellow skin, right? I don't give a fuck. I'm not a racist on that.
We haven't got to go on that route because we know the form. We're like, we know
the form.
Racist. The reality is, this is why we need to probably police who's coming into our country, because the government's first job is to look after its citizens. Well, I'm sorry, when they arrive in Dover and then they get spread all over the country in the next week or two, and then like 2 months later they're trying to fuck a 12-year-old decoy. And it's like 3 a week. So wait there. So it's 3 a week get found out by these pedo hunters, right? How many innocent girls and boys are being abused by these cunts, right?
But have you noticed
Too fucking many.
I follow quite a lot of these pedo hunters on Facebook and all that because always popping up lives here, lives fucking there. But I have noticed now the majority are not. I'm going to say it, white male.
Oh, that's racist.
You know, should I tell you?
How is stating a fact being racist? How is it?
Well, the thing is that they're going to say you pick and choose. You think, well, you can't pick and choose that much. We're picking up 2 dinghy. I'm not being funny. I've literally been going through her channel and I showed them the other day, like 2 dinghy divers a week are being caught by pedo hunters, right? And they've been in 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 3 months. And I'm thinking to myself, this is fucking, this is how they repay you.
Fucking hell.
This is why you've got to keep them on decommissioned ships. No one's going to get raped. No one's going to get abused, right? And whatever else, right? No one's going to get it because, well, they didn't want to do it themselves, but they're on a boat, right? That's fine. Right, it's because if you get proper refugees and all that, then you can police it properly and go through the correct procedure. But no, they shouldn't jump the queue anyway for a fucking start. They should never be able to jump the queue by committing an illegal act. So get them on a boat.
It's complete bollocks. It's complete
Get them on
bullshit.
a fucking boat.
And do you know what? Right. I live in Folkestone, as I've just told you, right? You like some people live in Mansfield or Doncaster or Grimsby or Leeds or whatever. They're there, right? You actually say loads of people saying, "Oh, Liam T, look, they're in this hotel, this in this hotel, they're in this hotel." When you actually call this hotel and try and book a fucking room, you ain't gonna get shit. You ain't going to get shit. There is going to come a point whereby, right? There's going to come a point whereby hotels in this country are going to be out of it. And the majority is now like Britannia hotels. And now it's going into Mercure hotels. We're fucked. We're fucked.
The thing is, they're only hotels by name only, because the hotel industry has also been destroyed by Kung Flu, etc. Just like the cruise industry, just like the holiday industry, and all that. It's going to be literally. I mean, by the way, chat. I'm sure a lot of you do know, so don't have a go at me for saying it. But when one of you were just saying that we're trying to book a room in a hotel, if you've got suspicions, right, then go on Booking.com and try and book a room. Try and book a room in the next 2 months. If it's like now, when it's fully booked till March, then yeah, that's a block booking. You don't get a hotel, and that way you
won't get it.
So just make sure, just try and book a room, and that way you can confirm just by them being fully booked.
Right.
No hotels fully booked.
And on that note, Tyrant, you know how much I love you, and everybody else. I love you too. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.
Oh, by the way, Liam,
I've got what?
Liam,
I've got to go. I've got a call coming through. So
you're up. All right. Obviously, ta-ra.
Bye, everyone.
Ta-ra.
Love you. Bye.
He had Kung Flu. He did. Liam did, and he was ill. And I give him some I try to give him some advice.
Ill. No, I am. I'm a dickhead. But
no, you had Kung Flu, didn't you?
I'm always there. Bye bye.
Ta-ra. Right. You're on mute, you are, Tyrant.
There you go. What do you think of Colston Fall getting a not guilty verdict?
Well, I mean, am I surprised? Yeah. And then am I surprised that 12 jurors from Bristol went down that route? No.
Well,
I mean, Bristol's Bristol's twinned with Portland and Liverpool.
well, yeah.
I mean, they're just Tommy.
Mm.
It's disgusting.
Well,
I mean,
they didn't really. To me, they didn't. They tried it on the crime. Did they put it down? Yeah. Did they take part? Did they? They were identified. So, still a crime in my eyes. I just can't.
Yeah, I mean, look at it. We go to protests, and if we don't throw a punch at anyone, right, then really, you're not going to be, the person who throws the punch is the person that gets arrested, correct? So the person who throws a bottle is the person who gets arrested, yeah, not the person who sweats, the person who does something. So obviously their hands were all over it, which would suggest to me that would be like punching someone in the street. It's not the person walking down the road filming it, or the person watching it or cheering them on. It's the person actually doing the crime. So,
it's like they based the crime. They based what they were trying him on the person and what he did in the past, rather than what they did in their actions.
Well, Colston built half of Bristol, didn't he?
Well, Wheels Memorial Building. There's lots of people involved in the. Do I think that Bristol needs to get out from the merchant ventures, because that's who really runs the city, the merchant ventures, and you look at our chief executive, £168,000 a year. That's his pay.
Is Indy still here?
Yeah, he's probably muted himself. He gets paid more than Boris Johnson.
Fucking hey, mate! You got councillors. There was a Caerphilly councillor fucking 8 years ago, in 8 miles away from here. It was on more than the Prime Minister back then. Councillor. So
yeah, Bristol is it's so funny living in Bristol now, Mr. Wokeville.
Well, I was just going to say, when we brought up Bristol, when we were down here for the riots, or they had their little riot, and I left at 8:30 to make sure, because I couldn't take my dog with me that day. I knew it was going to be just knew it, so I thought I'd leave him home, and I thought, no, I have to go back. So I went back, and when I was going back over the Severn Bridge, it was all going off. I remember having the live stream on, and it was all fucking.
He got 14 years.
Yeah, he got 14. So
14 years.
Did they use any of the footage by any chance? Did they use any of it? I know you guys. But they.
Yeah, Yeah, they did. And
You're breaking up. I didn't hear any of that, mate.
they
I said,
used
was
it
it-
in court to convict him.
Right. Thought they would have.
Mm.
It was a bit weird. I didn't know. It wasn't until after the fact is when Bristol Live, the newspaper, the local woke paper, put their little bit. And if you watch the whole of the footage they used like throughout the night, they said this footage played. This is the footage played in court, right? And it was. I'm sat there watching it and watching it and watching it. And at the very end, you actually hear my voice on it. You actually hear me saying, "All right, God bless the UK."
Oh God.
Actually, on there, mate. And I'm thinking, it's a bit bad, isn't it? But then again, like I said, he shouldn't have been stood in front of my camera trying to set light to a fucking police van, really.
He was the worst arsonist in the world, though. I mean, from what I've seen, if I remember right, he tried to set like I think it was like the steering wheel alight or something retarded, and then he
was doing the steering. He was trying to do the steering wheel first off, but I think then they managed to do. They were trying to set. They were trying to set a fire on the seat beneath the steering wheel, so that it would catch the steering wheel. That would all drip down on the seat and everything. And
but in
yeah,
the end, he just put a
wouldn't have
flame
been
on the
successful,
seat,
was he?
No,
Yeah.
he was fucking retarded.
That was the night you got bum rush going, yeah.
You what?
What was that, Indy?
Just to look at your channel, mate. The night Owen got bum rushed by the police. Just have a look at your
No,
channel.
that
mate,
wasn't that night. No, they wasn't there. No.
It was the night before, wasn't it?
I read
There
that
was-
wrong. It said, that's
Right.
right. It was arrested. They were trying to say it was Owen.
The first
Owen.
night, there was Sunday protest, and that's when it like all kicked off. There was another one in the next night. There was another protest. That's when he set fire to everything. Then the next night there was one in College Green in Solidarity where they're going to camp there the night, and then obviously they brought all the horses in.
Yeah, I saw that.
Then the very next night there was another one, and that is when Owen and everyone came down, and that's when Owen got bum rushed.
When was the one where they were using the drone? They were using it. They was using the drone, or they had managed.
That
to
was the
fire it.
second night. That was the second night when they done a protest in College Green in Solidarity, where the homeless people were going to stay there the night, but the police and they were waiting for the police from Cardiff to come over.
Crazy.
It's
Yeah.
Crazy.
it was funny, the media consumer. I sensed he was going to get snatched up though as well. Though I could sort of see it.
Well, I was
Yeah, but he
sitting there
looked
talking
very
to
much
him, I went,
like what they nicked media for was the offence the guy got 14 years for. So if you look at Owen and you look at the guy that got done, it's only hair and everything. They look similar.
Oh, right. Well, that's the only good thing about live streaming. See, if you do anything wrong, you're going to get like fucking the crazy lister having a go at you, or some fucking other shit, over shit, or someone like trying to report you to the police. If you've done anything, you know what I mean? But it's also a savior for you to be like stitched up. The live stream is actually good in that sense that you can't get to because basically if you've done a 2-hour live stream and you get picked up after 2 hours, you've got 2 hours previous.
Yeah. Oh, there's just it. There's nothing suspicious about Owen getting lifted that night because he was stereotyped.
They coerced him to move off. Let's have a look at your YouTube channel.
Come over.
Yeah,
No.
The business card at him. There you go, mate. Scan that QR code. That's how you strike to my YouTube channel. You did.
The thing is, the couple, when he was speaking to him, you should have maybe realised what he's got. I'm live streaming. Yeah, I'm live streaming. So if I'm live streaming and he does look reasonable that he's there, he doesn't look like a mainstream media. He doesn't look a kid like that, and and his hair and the way he dresses. But he's got good like camera equipment and all that, and he takes his work really seriously. So I would have thought the couple would have maybe thought, are they sure this is the guy?
They got the numbers that night. That was it. Nick as many
Yeah,
people as you can. We're walking around central London after all the protests I've been to. Round them up, arrest them. Don't matter what excuse they give you, just lift them, cuff them, we'll take them away. That's exactly what I've heard loads of times on different occasions.
Oh yeah. So I got nicked November the 1st, Speaker's Corner, and that's exactly what they did. That's 100% what they did. In fact, it's on someone else's live. On my live, I tell them to fuck off. I'll go. They blocked the entrance to leave the speakers. So I went the other way, and as I went the other way, I said, "Oh fuck you!" Then I'll go this way, and I went that way, and I looked on someone else's stream. I can't find it now because I'm a fucking boomer. But you can hear the copper saying, "I want him, nick him." He literally said, "I want him, nick him." And then when you triangle all the cameras together, that's exactly the copper who said, yeah.
It makes me laugh though.
Do you remember the copper that Owen got that he said was on drugs, and he got him a few times, didn't he?
Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yeah.
Not we, I was only there filming. Remember when we went to the old BBC and they tried to get in?
Right, yeah.
He was one of the coppers outside I got when everyone was trying to get in. He looked a bit fucked then, to be quite honest.
Okay, you know the guy that nicked Gavin the other day?
Yeah.
Well, that copper there, right? He has multiple occasions has form. That one, the one who kneed him and kicked him. He has been on loads of protests. He's virtually, I think, Mushy is at more protests than I'm at. Mushabi, he doesn't miss one because he gets triple time. But either way, he is at the forefront of all their problems. I'm surprised no one's picked up on it. When it came out, I rung up Resistance and told him, I left a message actually, I just left a voicemail. I said to him, by the way, that copper has been in loads of problems with loads of people. Some autistic surely will pick it up. And like pin it all together. There's been multiple problems with that copper. And he assaulted Gavin, then arrested him because Gavin got back up after being assaulted.
I thought did Gavin get knocked out? Because I'm sure he went out, or he was out on the floor, or was it just?
He grabbed him by the front of his t-shirt, he pulled him down, so they had him in a stress position. They dropped him onto his front, and then he kneed him and kicked him whilst he was on the.
Gavin's on remand now, isn't he?
Yeah, from what I've heard and from what I've made out, what people have told me, they've got him on this 8-week thing where, or 8. I'm not sure whether or not it's 8 weeks or 8 months, but they can hold him for the duration of when his trial's coming up. So they can hold him off together, and then on the day of sentencing, all they're going to try and do is get a sentence out of him before he's actually done anything.
So basically, from I've seen a couple of footage angles on that footage, or 2 different ones from when they start. That copper walks up to Gavin, pushes Gavin back. Gavin falls back, gets up, and then he nicks him. Basically, that's so. I mean, I didn't see what happened before that, but this copper certainly wasn't arresting him. He was just assaulting him. Now. Like I said, I'm sure someone out there hopefully will spot this copper. He is being. I thought I had footage of him. I can't seem to find him, but he has been involved in multiple problems. Forefront. So hopefully someone will pick it up and pitch some.
Or someone to keep the eyes open for them when they'll go out next. I think
he's very distinctive as well, like that guy, that copper.
I'll go back and I'll watch that piece of footage where Gavin basically the guy grabs him, and I'll see if I can get an alternative angle so I can get a proper look at his face.
Yeah, it's the one holding the truncheon up at the end as well. He's like you can get good shots at him, but he's been involved in multiple arrests and problems. I don't know whether it was the 2 bald guys getting arrested, started getting jumped on and all that. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago by Oxford Street, I think it was. I don't know, but that cop was involved in a lot of shit.
There's a few of them that are. It's like whenever I go, it's the same group of coppers that follow me about. You know, when I'm live streaming, they'll leave and they'll follow me around. They'll stay on the outskirts, the fringes of what I'm doing. So
Yeah,
almost like not. But it's the same 4 coppers. Whenever there's a protest in central London, I go. I have the same 4 coppers follow me about.
Yeah, because
Weird.
they're the ones that are stationed around there. They know the faces, so that's why you get to know them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right. You do get to know them. I mean, they're there every week. They're at the forefront. They've got. I mean, I recognise the inspectors. I recognise the 2 stars. The old guy with the grey hair, the 2-star one, that can be a cunt. And I've spoken to him, and he's really nice, really nice. And I seen him like 2 weeks later, like violently arresting someone, like in a real poor way. And I'm thinking, wow, it's the same copper, the same copper. You know, it's like wow. In fact, I can give you I can tell you who it was and where it was. It was outside Parliament. It was by Tesco's, and it was when someone threw something at the copper, but it wasn't the person that threw it. He went after another person. And
Yeah, I got it. It was me. He was outside. But is that when he went in the van and then came back out the van?
Yeah, he was walking
Yeah.
away. Someone threw something.
Yeah, he got shut to battery or something. But
Yeah,
they were his batteries, but he didn't actually chuck it. It was somebody else.
Yeah, that's right. So he ended up nicking that guy for it. And I thought the guy's lost his shit, man. And I've seen him again since. He's not a nice bloke. I've seen him since, you know.
Red mist, isn't it? Red mist goes up.
I mean, and the thing is, the guy's pushing 60. You know, he's not a young copper anymore. He's well up in the force. He's well high up in the force. But there we go. I'd be doing different stuff. I would have thought, eh?
Anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up because I'm on Saturday. You're more than welcome to come on Saturday, Welshie, if you're around.
Yeah, Saturday's a busy day. All this media. Media's in the chat.
He's been in chat for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, is he? He's heard us cursing him out, is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, nice one. Cheers, Indy.
Cool.
So you were really quiet, Indy, actually.
Oh no, mate. This little stream here is all about Cheston Tyrant Finder's sound and making sure that all his gear works properly for his live stream on Saturday.
It does anyway.
Saturday, so I'll just say things when I want to say them because I'm too stoned to say anything else. Welsh, if you want the truth.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, man.
And my kids are still playing out because I need to go and kill them.
There you go. That's the other thing. I can't wait to live stream that. Tyrant Finder kills the kids. That'd be fun.
No, I'm not doing that really because Piers got done for that, wasn't it? Saying something, and then he got nicked for it.
You did get charged.
I was only joking. Tyrant Finder doesn't kill his kids. He adores his children.
Wait, what was that comedian that leftist comedian that made joke about Brexiteers, the death of Brexiteers, or something crazy? And she said that was a comedy, and that's basically what they depends on it. Yeah.
Oh dear. Right.
Wasn't that his defence though? It was a joke.
Oh, Indy's got a different camera now.
Oh yeah, I've got 3.
I got my phone.
Yeah. That's it. It does the job, doesn't it? Does the trick.
Take it easy, Indy. Nice one, Tyrant.
Yeah.
No worries, Welshie, mate. Speak to you later.
Got a treat for me.
Ta-da.
See you then. Right, there you go, guys.
Woo! You see my ugly mug now. Right, guys and girls. I'm going. Scary. Scary Mary, innit? No, I don't want that one.
He's going to be... Send me rude. Right, let's I'm going to jump off time. Say goodbye to you.
All right, then, Indy, mate. I'll speak to you later.
Thank you for joining. Speak to you later.
Right then, guys and girls. I shall speak to you all later. Join me on Saturday at I would say 8, past, but I will put out a notification in the meantime. So yeah, make sure you're around. So until then, guys, thanks for everyone for joining me. That's bad grammar, bad English there. Thanks to Ian, thanks to Indy, thanks Welshie, Liam for jumping on. Thanks everyone in the chat. Until the next time, I'll speak to you later. Bye.